Okay, so we'll begin this evening's Bealtaine session with just coming, it doesn't matter what position you're in, whether you're lying on your bed or you're sitting on the floor, uh, just coming to a relatively comfortable position. If you are sitting, it can be comfortable or it can be helpful to have your knees uncrossed so your feet are on the ground. And if you don't have any back issues, maybe coming away from the back of the chair so your spine is self-supporting. And just making any minor adjustments, make yourself comfortable. This isn't about, it's not an endurance test. And it's certainly not about, having to cross your legs, in the lotus position or anything like that. You can do that if you wish, but you can also just kind of sit like I'm doing. Okay. And if you want, just allow your gaze to kind of rest on the floor, or you might want just to close your eyes. So, I think we're all aware that our minds can be very busy. They just kind of churn out thought after thought, and emotions come and go. So it can be very busy, a busy, active mind. And often we're in a state of doing with lots of lists of things to do. Or maybe we're thinking about the past or worrying about the future, often ricocheting between the two. And rarely are we really just, here in this very moment. But what can really help with making that transition from the active doing mind to a state of being more present is shifting gear, deliberately opening up to our senses. So I'd invite you now to sense the body as it sits here or lies here, and just sensing that connection, the different body parts in contact with whatever you're resting on. Coming home to the body. If you like, re-inhabiting the body. Sensing the weight of body parts dropping down into the earth. And even though your eyes might be closed, you may have a sense of the position of your limbs, how they connect with the floor, or how the bottom is attached to the chair, dropping down. Opening up to other sensations that you may notice, like tingling in the lower part of the body, the feet, the legs. And drawing your attention to kind of the whole pelvic region. So your pelvis, that bony bowl, it's just sitting here at the moment, So creating this stability through the lower body with the earth, through sense, feeling. Noticing the upper body as it kind of emerges from the pelvis, not in a really rigid or stiff way, but just lifting up. Spine is kind of floating upwards, skeleton kind of hanging from the spine, the axial skeleton hanging from the spine, the arms dropping down if they will. Maybe tucking the chin in ever so slightly so that the head is over spine. There's less tension in the neck. We sense the back of the body, front of the body. Sense the shoulders just maybe releasing a little bit. Waking up to maybe muscles and the sensations of the muscles as they keep us in this position. Allowing the abdominal area, belly to soften. The shoulders and neck to soften. Where's the face? It's part of our, I suppose it's part of our being that really works so hard. Our face, we're expressing ourselves, communicating throughout the day, sometimes projecting an image that maybe doesn't really mirror what's going on inside. So instead, right now, what we're doing, we're turning inwards, we're noticing what's really happening within, noticing even within the facial muscles. Maybe they're lax, maybe they're a bit tense. Inviting tension to soften somewhat. Maybe already the mind has gone elsewhere. That's really natural. Just guiding your focus back to physical body, space it takes up from the soles of the feet right up to the crown of the head. So having a felt sense of this body sitting or lying here. Maybe the first time today that the body has really stopped. It's taken a rest. Shifting from that doing mode. Even if we're not physically doing a lot, the mind can be busy. So we're shifting from doing to just being here, just sitting and breathing. So I'd invite you to maybe take a slower, deeper breath in through the nose, holding it and releasing it. Just doing that 2 more times. Releasing tension with the out breath. Now just allowing the natural rhythm of the breath to resume. We're not changing or modifying the breath in any way. We're just bearing witness to this breathing that's happening anyway. This breath that's happening now, this in breath, this out breath. So just for the next little while, staying as best you can with the sensations of the inhalation, the sensations of the exhalation. Each breath, a new breath. Each moment, a new moment. And every time your mind wanders, which it will, gently guide it back. opening up to how it feels to receive the breath. Maybe the cool air landing back of the throat. Or maybe you're noticing more another aspect of breathing. It could be the rising and falling of chest or belly. Wherever the breath is most alive to you, resting your awareness there. This breath moving in, and this breath moving in. We notice that mind heads off. It's almost like these thoughts just invade. They just kind of do their own thing. A little bit like I mentioned before we began, our ancestors created these fences and boundaries to prevent kind of the wild animals from just entering. And the thoughts are a little bit like that sometimes. They can be a bit wild sometimes. So just noticing the kind of what type of thoughts arise. Might just be plans, maybe worries, and even just kind of naming them inwardly to yourself. Ah, there's worrying. And then come back to the breath. There's planning. Come back to the breath. Ruminating. Back to the breath. allowing your awareness to find breath moving in the body, like a wave moving in, moving out, in, out. And distractions will arise, not only thoughts, but maybe discomfort in the body, an urge to move, maybe an aversion to discomfort, pain. But just if the invitation is just to see if how would it be to just notice these raw sensations without necessarily reacting to them, even breathing into them. And returning to the rhythm of the breath, normal rhythm, breathing in. Sometimes meditation can be, you know, can be really relaxing. Sometimes not. Sometimes when we try and sit in stillness, things can bubble up. An important part as well of being mindful is to treat ourselves in a different way, in a more caring way, maybe. So, suggestion is if you're feeling any kind of difficulty in the body, noticing any difficulty, maybe just bring a hand and you can rest it maybe on your heart or somewhere else in your tummy. Well, yeah, just a gesture of care. Fire, sound, fire. Sorry, the outside of fire, warm, safe, affectionate, affectionate awareness, affectionate breathing. Life is simple and serene, full of joy and peace, and it is lived from the heart with integrity and truth. Life is simple and serene, full of joy and peace, and it is lived from the heart with integrity and truth. So maybe over the last little while, you may have connected with something, even something minuscule within, of something a bit calmer, stable, maybe in the heart, maybe elsewhere. So just noticing that connection, and you can come back there again and again, back to this kind of place of refuge within, not necessarily seeking from the exterior world, the outer world, but actually turning inwards and noticing what's here and bringing attention and affectionate attention to yourself. Maybe just through the steadiness and rhythm of the breath, the presence, the body. And really, maybe these two things, the breath and body, can bring us back, can anchor us back when life can feel, turbulent, and the mind can feel frazzled, scattered. We can come back. We can come back to something deep within, a refuge. We're safe. So we're safe right here, right now. Just in the last couple of moments, maintaining that connection and awareness of the body, however it's sitting. And invite you in a little while to open your eyes, but see if you can maintain some connection with maybe if you have found some stillness or calm. Maybe you haven't, but if you have, just maintain that connection with self. Often we can lose ourselves. Staying connected with what's going on inside and how we relate to that. In your own time, maybe opening your eyes